Welcome to another episode of Boss Up with Mr. Key, the real estate edition. You know, I might let the cat out of the bag if people haven't noticed. Like, I got the same shirt on, so I'm doing a few podcasts today. I'm gonna pick on myself before people say it and mess with me. But yeah, I did multiple podcasts in this shirt in one day. So anyway, Boss Up with Mr. Key here, real estate edition. And today I was wondering, like, hey, what can I do to give some value to the listeners, to the investors? And so I wanted to talk briefly about wholesale deals, how to do a wholesale deal, how they work, what do you do, what do you need to have a successful wholesale deal. So let me kick it off like this. Again, there's never one size that fits all. You take a blueprint that's there and you stretch it and form it into what works for you. So keep that in mind. But to start off, the first thing you need to do in order to start a successful wholesale business is to have a marketing budget. A marketing budget, because you need to figure out how to get in front of people who are looking to sell direct. And I'm not talking as a real estate agent. This is as anybody. You need the list. You need to send flyers. You need to have bird dogs. All these things are words or terms that are used in marketing to help you figure out who's in a predicament where they want to sell direct without a real estate agent. I'm giving up secrets that real estate agents hate. We hate wholesalers on that side, but I'm more than an agent. So first of all, you need to figure out how to be privy of this information. Now, if you're what I call an ear hustler and you've positioned yourself as an expert to your friends, and you can turn some of your friends into ear hustlers for you and say, hey, man, if you ever hear of anybody saying like they need to sell or they're in a situation with their home, property, real estate, you hear those keywords, you know, if you ear hustle, slide, hey, I heard you talking about real estate, call my buddy. Or, hey, you know, that's what I do. I can probably help you. Give me a call. So ear hustle, that's the way you can find some people if you have a limited budget. So you ear hustle, or you drive home and you look at houses and you get the courage to knock on somebody's door. But that's a different story. Anyway, let's use some math, for example. Let's say this house is worth $500,000 on the open market. Let's say somehow you either had a realtor friend or you looked at Zillow or Redfin and you saw that houses like that house typically in the middle sold for $500,000. On the low end, you had some that sold for, you know, $475,000. On the high end, you had some sell for $525,000. But either way it goes, you see $500,000 in the middle. So you talk to this person via word of mouth through ear hustling, or you went through the neighborhood, or you know someone, you knocked on the door, you found out that they're looking to sell. They need to sell really fast. They need to get out of there. Like, and they want a cash deal. They don't want to worry about appraisals. They don't want to worry about whether the loan can clear, etc. So if you understand contracts, that's the other key. You have to understand contracts. If you understand contracts, you can write on a contract form, or if you have your own contracts because you got it from your own lawyers and they're legal, you can write on a contract form a deal that'll close really fast for that seller at about 460, maybe 465. So now 465, this house is worth 500, but this person is kind of really ready to go. Like, they don't want to sit and wait and hope that it can sell for that amount. If I can close it in 2 weeks, if I can close it in 30 days, straight cash, no banks, some people are motivated by that. And again, you have to know how to talk to that. So not only do you have to find the people, you also have to understand contracts, and you need to know how to talk to people to make a win-win deal for you and that person. So anyway, this person gives you a contract, you sign it, both of you all sign it. Now, in essence, you have bought that house. Wait a minute, Andre, I didn't spend any money. How did I buy a house? Exactly. No money down. An agreed upon contract gives you the clear to go to buy that house at the agreed number. Now what? You don't have 465, but you know the house is worth 5. And you know that, somebody that, again, you have to do your research. You have to have a circle of people. But let's just say a cash buyer in the area. They like houses in that area that you bought. It's East Austin. It's far west. That you got that person under contract. Now you need a buyer, a cash buyer on top of that. So here's a way to do it without, maybe you got to get the list and call these people, market to them. But if you don't have that, you're going to ear hustle on the other end. And then on the other end, you're going to drive around that neighborhood and see who's doing construction. And you're going to walk up to the construction site and you're going to say, who's building this home? And you're going to get that person's contact and you're going to tell them, hey, I got a house. It needs some work. It's a tear down, whatever. It's TLC. They are looking to move. I got this contract for $465. This house is worth $500. Give me $15K. You can have this contract. You'll still be at $485. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My math is wrong. You'll be at that point, you'll be at $480. So from $465, you get $15K. This person buys into this $500,000 property at $480. Make the numbers work. Again, you have to be able to talk to make it a win-win situation. If you have to work those numbers all the way down and you can only make $5,000 and everybody is firm, the seller doesn't want to reduce and the buyer doesn't want to change. If you can't make it work, sell them the contract for $5,000. Now you need a piece of paper called the assignment form. You put an assignment fee together. You get that signed by the new buyer and yourself. So now you had a contract that you had with this person for 2 weeks close, and you secured it with signatures. You have an agreement to sell that contract for 15 G's, 15,000 to this cash buyer. You have that assignment signed under contract. And so basically the contracts are the binding tools that make that work. You go to a title company, everybody gets paid, they close on the house, you get your assignment fee, everybody's happy. So that is how a wholesale works in a nutshell. I make it sound easy because, again, there are factors that you need. You need to be able to have people that can buy houses. You need a list. You need like 10 people, 10 companies. Drive the neighborhoods. Go talk to whoever's building that house. The dude that's sitting out in a big white, black truck, whatever, looking over the project, go talk to him. Hey, who's your boss? Who do you work for? I know you are the boss of these guys, but who do you work for? And find out. Hey, because why? Some people don't want to give up information. You dangle that I got a house for sale. I got a house under contract. Now I got a house that I just bought and I don't want to keep it. I want to flip it to him. So again, that is how wholesaling works. So again, that you have to have that list of buyers. You got to have a list of people looking to sell really quick. Like they're in a jam. They don't want to wait for market value. They just need to make X amount. Find out what they need to make and why they need to make it. So you got to have, sellers, a list of buyers, and you have to understand the paperwork. And so like those are some things that can help you develop this skill set and make money in real estate by helping people. So when they say buy with no money down, I'm going to let the hat out the bag. You could buy by signing a contract, 2 parties. That's an executed agreement. It's signed on a legal document that you can take somewhere and they will act on that. You could take that to a title company and they will perform on that. So, that is my wholesale display today. Just in layman's terms, easy. Again, there's a few moving parts, but I don't want to bore you on that. I mean, you'd have to go to my Udemy class if you want to figure out how to like the peel back the onion behind the onion. But in the meanwhile, understanding that, real estate purchasing, there's phases of purchases. There's the paperwork execution. There is the closing documents, making sure the title work and the deed is clear. Then there is the funding part of it. And then once it completely funds, that house is officially closed. But until then, you can buy it on paper. It's locked up. It's a contract. That is the lesson of today. Again, this is Boss Up with Mr. Key, the real estate edition. And I just want people to know that, helping solve problems in the real estate market is not hard if you have some of those pieces in play. If you have these pieces in place and you understand those core principles and you know how to talk to them, you can do well. So again, Boss Up, I'm signing out. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things. Until next time.